Yo, what's poppin'? Henny, gang, 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 gang. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back at the main bar, the original bar where it all started at. Yes. Welcome home, y'all. We've been vacationing in the Instagram streets in our summer villa. Okay, Chateau Insta, and now we are back here on the YouTube streets to wreak havoc and chaos as we always do, because we are the Henny Gang and we don't bite unless you bite first. So with that being said, if you are new to the channel, please be sure to like on the way in, comment and interact, and be sure to subscribe because it's free. It costs you nothing to subscribe. I promise you. I promise you. Shout out to everybody that is in here. And let's get this party started. This video and its content are protected under the Fair Use Act, so YouTube, do not copyright strike my channel.
And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Did you hear what they just said? Child, a whole mess. Oh, I'm about to spill this Hennessy and y'all about to sip. Everything in this video is fair use and is used for criticism and critique and possible education of others. Everything is also allegedly according to the things that have been alleged. Yes, either by me, by the public, which would be you, the people, or by the people involved themselves. What's poppin', everybody? You know how we do. I gotta give you a little Henny in the morning with your coffee. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of Henny. And for those wondering what I look like, because I never really show my face on IG, to the hating assholes that like to, I shouldn't have said that. We're at the 2-minute mark. But for the haters who like to call me grandma, your grandma wish she could. I'm cute, and I know it. Period. Had to pop it just a little bit. But anyway, you know how we do. Let's get this thing rocking and a rolling. So what's popping, Sheena? What's popping, Ashley? What's popping, Kamaya? What's popping, Blue Rock TV is in the building. Hey, they pulled up to the bar. Blue Rock TV is Henny Gang, 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 Gang. And shout out to the replay gang, because y'all be running them numbers up sometimes. So if you're a part of the replay gang and you're not following Blue Rock TV, go follow Blue Rock TV. Subscribe to the channel. I promise you'll love it there. And be sure to run up them numbers, because they are on a mission to the 10 milli for the shorts, okay? And they're right there. They're right there. They're right there. So everybody, go help a content creator hit their goal. Like, it's not going to cost you anything to go over there and subscribe. I mean, go subscribe, like the content, watch the videos. They're shorts. It's not going to take up much of your time, because if you could sit in a live with me for 2, 3, 4 hours, you could go watch a 2, 3, 4 minute video. Okay. So what you waiting for? No, wait, don't leave yet. Soon as this ends, go over there. Okay. But shout out to Blue Rock TV. They are dope AF on and off the screen. Shout out to Ari Max. Shout out to Allie. FOE is in the cipher. Verna was popping. Heidi B was popping. Kimmy B was popping. I see the membership sliding up in here. What's popping? LaShonda was popping. Jacqueline was popping. Rochelle was popping. 27 M Pain. What's popping? Lady Couture was popping. Leo was popping. Really well. Okay. What's popping? Gang gang. What's poppin', Angela? What's poppin', Katina? What's poppin', Too Live? What's poppin', Elise? Yes, Elise is a member. What's poppin', Lachey? What's poppin', Lala? What's poppin', Erica N? What's poppin', Elizabeth Gregory Elizabeth? Okay. What's poppin', Ashley? Ashley's a member. What's poppin', Stacy? What's poppin', Latanya? What's poppin', Christy? What's poppin', Olivia? Okay. What's poppin', boo? Yes. What's poppin', Saved but Dope? Okay. You're dope because you're saved. How about that? We're gonna spin it. What's poppin', Views? What's poppin', Lovely T? What's poppin', Coco Trips is a member. Hey. What's poppin', Mackie? What's poppin', Ashley is a member. Okay, what's poppin', Rochelle? What is poppin', Carolyn? What's poppin'? I didn't hit your name, my bad. What's poppin', Shakira? What's poppin', Broken Dior? Nana T is up in the cipher. Mary is a member. What's poppin'? What's poppin', Zoe? What's poppin', Christy? What's poppin', LC? Trust. What's poppin', Yvette? What's poppin', Liz? What's poppin', Lola? What's popping, Lola? What's popping, Ann? Sharonda, you made it to the site for Sharonda, and Sharonda is a member. Okay, M Paint is a member. Welcome, because we're going to start doing some members-only things over here as well. What's popping, Stephanie? And what's popping to everybody that is in the cipher that I didn't get a chance to say what's popping to? Life with Candy was popping. Miss Lynn, what's popping? Sexy Chocolate, what's popping? And anybody else that is coming in, what's popping to you? And what's popping to the replay gang as well? Because they are also any gang. Okay? So, y'all, I have a question. I don't understand why this is happening. Why YouTube is playing with me, but they're not playing the whole video. Like, I uploaded Chrisean's live. They're not displaying the whole live. They're only giving me 6 minutes, and that video was 25 minutes long. So we're going to have to do audio. I know. We're going to have to do audio, which kind of like, boo, it blows mine. I don't want to do audio. Excuse me. Elizabeth Gregory is a member. Welcome. Yeah, for whatever reason, they're not allowing me to upload the full live. So I'm gonna have to figure this the hell out, because people are peopling in the comments and they're like, this ain't the whole live. Oh no, they're not saying that yet. But they will, because it only uploaded 6 minutes and 55 seconds. So that kind of pissed me off. But no worries. We always find a way around things when there are technical difficulties, because those technical difficulties are not going to stop us from doing what it is that we came here to do. And what we came here to do is give a review on Chrisean. Okay. On Chrisean's live that she did yesterday. So in case you missed it, she did go live. She spoke about a couple of things. She addressed Soulja Boy, the Island Boys lying on her. She didn't even really like address. She was just like, all of this fake beef. Like, I don't care, but I don't know why you guys are doing this. Like, what's the reason? I'll tell you what the reason is, baby girl. They're doing it because they need you to run the numbers up. That's what they need. They need you to run those numbers up. So they're going to use your name, because your name is the algorithm. Hello. Like, how many times have I been telling y'all this? Like, people want to hate on this girl. They want to talk down on her. They want to call her everything but a child of God, right? But what you don't realize is she is the algorithm, whether you like it or not. Stephanie is a member. Welcome. Wait till I get my soundboard. When I get my soundboard, the members' welcomes is going to be crazy. I promise you. I'm going to be doing stuff special. I'm going to be offering different stuff to you guys. So, speaking of offering different stuff to you guys, Henny Glasses in the chat if you want Hennessy review merch. Because Straight Henny Period has merch. It does, in case you didn't know that. Straight Henny Period has its own merch for that channel. And I don't know if you guys would like to have merch over here, but in case you didn't know, let me let you in on it. What's poppin', Henny gang? So y'all asked for it, and I had to provide. The Henny Gang officially has merch. We got truckers hats, hoodies, shot glasses, and stemless wine glasses for the wine drinkers out there. To get your Henny Gang gear, simply head over to the YouTube channel and select the store tab. Then search through the merch and get yours, so you could be out in these streets representing and letting them know that you are Henny Gang down. New merch and new designs will be coming soon, but get y'all's now while supplies last and before the designs are retired. Because y'all didn't think we was going to keep the same old tired designs, did you? So, pardon me, I was crunching while y'all was watching the commercial. I was crunching, my bad. Okay, Henny, you have a great day at work. Gold Digger was popping, and Gold Digger is a member. So that is the merch. If y'all would like to have merch over here for Hennessy reviews, I see y'all putting Henny glasses in the chat. So I'll work on making some merch for y'all. But for right now, Straight Henny has merch. And no, we don't go live over there every day. We go live over there on Fridays. Okay. Probably Friday mid-morning is when we'll go live because I have to go to work the night before. But anywho, so back to what we were talking about, because I am going to be running commercials, my commercials, during the broadcast because why wouldn't I? Oh God, let me go off the camera because y'all, I just broke it. Okay, I didn't break it. It just came apart. All right. Technical difficulties. Oh my God. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me give y'all another commercial to watch. Right.
I finally managed to get a visit. Right? Because it's hard to catch one, I guess, because it's a lot of people that's locked up, so it's just hard to get one. And they did a background check. So I don't got no shit. All my shit is not in. I don't got no type of shit. And in California, right? So, but I remember this one time. Oh my God, I don't even want to say it. That shit just blew the fuck out of me. I'm finna go to church though. I ain't even finna say it. But yes, the tattoo is real. Why are you so mad? Nah, back in I guess 2020. I don't know what the fuck. Long story short, I gotta go to court. Why y'all so mad? Y'all are. Y'all so look, I get what, roughly 1.6 million views on my story. I'm ready to drop some music. I'm ready to pop out.
Can y'all hear me now? I guess some things are never going to change, right? Okay, I'm starting to see yeses. All right. Since y'all have known me, y'all know that I am good for that. I am good for the no sound. I am good for the no video. I'm watching the video, making my faces, and y'all sitting there like, hello, we want to know what you watching, girl. Y'all know I'm good for that. Okay, y'all know I'm good for that. So my apologies. I do want to apologize. I did have to throw some commercials in there for y'all because I was going in. My job had called me. My job called me, so I had to throw some commercials on for y'all because y'all didn't want to hear that. My job only calls me when it's BS, and this time I have nothing to do with it. So, now, what I was saying was, we don't have the whole video, but we do have the whole audio to this, right? So a lot of people have been saying like Chrisean hasn't been going to church since she's been back with Blue. And that's a bold-faced lie because Marsh did let us know that the other Sunday, Chrisean was at church with them. She just did not broadcast it and they did not show her, which goes to prove that she doesn't always tell us everything that's going on with her, right? She does keep some stuff to herself. Imagine that. Go figure. And I think it's good that she doesn't broadcast when she's at church because there are people out there who will go to the church just because she's there. Now, that's a good thing that they're showing up to the church house, but they're showing up for the wrong reasons. Okay. Writer said China lied. When hasn't China lied? Is what I'm going to ask you. Okay. Yes, she did. She brought Junior some church shoes. We're going to talk about Junior. We're going to talk about people losing their pages and getting all types of... Listen, Junior, Chrisean said when Junior was born that Junior caused so much chaos. He was causing so many storms. Junior is not to be played with. I don't know when people going to realize, stop playing with them Chriseans. Okay? The Chriseans are nothing to play with. All right? Y'all keep fucking around and find. Oh, I can say it. We 20 minutes in. Y'all keep fucking around and finding out. Now I got to go back and I got to edit out some things. But I hope y'all got the book information and stuff too. Because some of y'all been asking me how y'all could order the book. Y'all could go order the book through there. But anyway, listen. Chrisean has been listening to her Sarah Jakes. She had Junior watching gospel Christian cartoons at the house. And let me just say this. I'm trying to hold it till we get to the Junior portion. Junior just turned 5 months 2 days ago. I saw someone say that Junior was about 7 months old. No, he's not. He just turned 5 months 2 days ago. What do y'all expect a 5-month-old to be doing? Having political debates, jogging around the block. I saw somebody say the baby needs a walker. What? He's still learning to sit up, girl. What is you talking about? A walker. But we'll get into that, and I'm going to digress. So Chrisean, she mentioned, the Island Boys, because when the Island Boys said in their little interview that Chrisean mentioned that she got stuck up and her stuff was taken, I said, I don't remember that. I remember them stealing the cameras, but I didn't hear anybody say that somebody tried to take something from Chrisean. We may not like Blueface, but it seems like people don't really mess with him too tough in the industry when it comes down to like having smoke with him. Not too many people be trying to have smoke with him, which is why I believe Soulja Boy popping it the way he been popping it ever since he been in Click Click City, because he knew if he was popping it the way that he was popping it when he was out here on the streets, it would have been something different. I'm sorry, Draco. Blue is crazy, but he's a different kind of crazy, because he's that crazy where he's gonna hurt you. Did you not see that man knock that girl daddy down? Blue knocked Chrisean daddy down for the old, the new, and everything in between. And I don't think it was just about him, her daddy, sucker punching him. I think it was for everything that he found out about, all the stuff that him and Chrisean done talked about, all of that. And he knocked his Sonic rings out. Okay, he lost all his Mario coins. He had to go back. He fought King Koopa and lost. I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself. But anyway, I was not able to really pay attention to where you guys got in the video. So I don't know where you are. So please forgive me if I go back just a little bit so that I can figure out where you guys are at so that we can chat. All right? All right.
I ain't even finna say it. But,
Okay, so this is when she tried to go to court.
Why are you so mad?
I still don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like the placement of the tattoo. However, let's go back just a minute to where she turns her head and she shows the tattoo.
Well, yes.
I have to say, this tattoo looks better.
Tattoo is real. Why?
That tattoo, it looks better than the original tattoo. Come on, you gotta call a thing and a spade and be real. The tattoo looks better than the original tattoo that she had right here. You know, when he was looking like a super stalker and shit. Bitch, old where? Because you calling me a granny and shit. Do you see this neck? This neck is not wrinkly, okay? That's how you could tell when people is up there in age, because they necks start losing the collagen. Bitch, this neck still work, ho. No, let me stop. The neck be necking. Let me anyway. Oh, Sunset Nights, don't be like that. Don't be like that. They said no, it's twice. It's twice as horrible. No, don't be like that, because that artist did his thing. You have to give it up. Don't do that, because that person's work is clean. It's neat. It actually looks realistic. It looks realistic. Sunset said, I don't care. I'm not here for it. I'm over it. Now, why they allow me to post it here, but they ain't allow me to post it over there? They making me mad. Wait a minute. Does it matter which atrocity looks better? You mean, does it matter what atrocity looks better? It's because it's on her face and too dark. Well, it's actually not as dark as it was when she first got it. It was very dark, and I think they may have been using a filter on it when they first showed it. but it's actually not that dark.
Well, yes, the tattoo.
And it's still fairly fresh. But you see, her crosses damn near blend in with it. So it's really not that dark. But again, everybody is entitled to their own opinions, and absolutely it will fade over time. Right now it's still fresh. You feel it's an atrocity. I feel like it's not my business. I'm just going to observe and report. That's why I'm talking on it, because I'm reporting on it. And while I'm not particularly a fan of the placement, it's her face. It's her face. Not only that, her fucking skin is popping. Okay, her skin is really popping. Can we get into the skin for a second? Forget the tattoo.
Why are you so mad?
Flawless. And for those who want to say it's a filter, it wasn't a filter, because when she was doing all of this, that filter would have moved. That's her skin. The girl has beautiful skin. But again, I'm giving a shout out to the tattoo artist, because the artist did a hell of a job to me. Now, what did Shakira say? Shakira said, none of my kids were sitting up on their own until they were about 6 months and didn't start crawling until 7 months. And all babies were healthy. They walked at 14 months. Every kid's motor skills are different. Exactly. And I have to agree with that. But not only that, this is the first baby, right? So a lot of people's first babies are delayed because you spoil the first baby. You're always holding them. You're always coddling them. You always want to do everything for them because you're so attached to them, because they're so fresh. They're so new, right? So a lot of times they don't hold their bottles on time. They don't sit up on time. They don't walk on time because you're holding them all the time. You're doing everything for them all the time. So they start doing these things a little later than other kids. And this is not an excuse. This is a fact. I hate when you start giving facts and people want to start, you're making excuses. No, I'm telling you the truth. Anyway. Miss Boone. Miss Boone said, I don't care if she put a blue tattoo on top of her eye. It's her business. Right. We ain't got to wear it. Miss Poppington said, yep, the first baby is always spoiled. And it's not just spoiled by the mama. It's spoiled by everybody, right? So can we stop with the BS? Like, really stop with the BS of trying to make this baby something that he is not, which is, anyway, there's a whole junior section and segment that we're going to get into, but give me 1 second because we have to switch gears and we've got to switch from where we are right now, because I got the whole video uploaded.
They did a background check. So I don't got no shit. All my shit is not in. I don't got no type of shit. And in California, right? So, but I remember this one time. Oh my God, I don't even want to say it. That shit just blew the fuck out of me. I'm gonna go to church though.
That shit blew the fuck out of me too. Thank you for the cash app, Deb. So
well, yes, the tattoo is real. Why are you so mad? Nah, back in like, I guess 2020. I don't know what the fuck.
Now she was about to say something and she stopped herself. And I'm glad she stopped herself because don't say anything else that's incriminating to yourself on this live, child. You know you got haters.
Long story short, I gotta go to court.
So she said, long story short, she has to go to court. So she never finished really saying what happened. But for those of you who don't know, when you go to try to visit someone in jail, what they do now, it's not like how it used to be back in the day. Now that they've got computers involved and all that other stuff, and yes, I had to put my glasses on, so there may be a glare just so that I could see y'all comments a little clearer because my vision started doing that thing it does. So I got to wear my glasses, okay? What they do now is they have you fill out a form, right? And you put all your information and whatever, and then they run a background check on you. And if you have anything anywhere, they're gonna know that you have something. So, like for example, my son, y'all know my son is in a correctional facility right now in Florida. And me and his dad were filling out the forms and the paperwork to go see him, right? Thank you for the super chat, that rainbow chick. Oh, the super chat is working over here. Okay, great. Because it wasn't working last time. Thank you. So my glasses are cute. Thank you. We were trying to go see him, right? So everybody filled out their paperwork and we sent it all in. And, I'm calling to make sure because we're coming from New York to Florida, right? So we want to make sure that everything is copacetic and everything is good. And they're reading everything off. The lady goes, oh, but his dad can't come down here. Like his dad won't be able to visit him. And I'm like, why? And she was like, he's still on parole. And so he's like, no, I finished parole already. I've been off parole for about a month now. She said, yeah, well, it has to clear the system. And until it clears the system, you will not be able to visit him. And I'm sitting there like, wow, like, so you can't, if you have anything, you definitely cannot go and visit them. Okay. I don't know why nobody told her that. I don't think that it's a matter of like they would call and tell them like, hey, this person is trying to such and such and such and such, but I don't know. So yeah, she needs to go to court. I'm curious though as to what it is. I haven't run her, but I'm curious to know what it is. Like, is this for the Wovicki thing? Did she ever go to court for that? Did Wovicki drop that? Like, what is going on? Like, we're gonna have to look into that and do a little digging and see what's what. But anyway, usually what happens with Chrisean and these warrants and stuff like that, we've found in the past that it's been because she needed to pay a fine. So maybe she needs to pay a fine. Maybe she doesn't. Fingers crossed, prayers up for her that everything smooths itself out and she's in the clear and good to go. I also know that she is on probation. So she's not going to be able to visit him while she's on probation. I believe they're not going to allow her to do that. Right. She didn't touch Wovicki at all, but Wovicki pressed charges on her, if you remember. I'll do a video on, I think I did a video on that, but I could do another video if y'all want. Henny Glasses in the chat, if y'all want me to do a video on the Wovicki situation and actually show that she did not touch her and all of that good stuff, I'll definitely do it. But let's get back into the video, y'all.
Why y'all so mad? Y'all are. Y'all like, so look, I get like, what, roughly 1.6 million views on my story. I'm ready to drop some music. I'm ready to pop out.
Now, what happened? Okay. Yeah, and she does need to do the community services as well. Yes, she does. She needs to do her community service as well. So now, no, you need to light an incense, Miss Lady. Um, so what was I saying? Passion. Um, what was I saying? No, I had already spoken about Vicky. Oh, okay. So two Henny glasses in the chat. If y'all thought that she was actually gonna sit down and not do any performances the whole time that Blue was gone, if you really thought she was gonna stop doing music and all of that other, did y'all really think that? Because she said, "I'm ready to pop out. I'm ready to pop out. I'm ready to pop out." I don't give a fuck who you are, bitch. I don't. I don't. I don't care. Find me. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it. I didn't think she was going to sit down that whole time anyway. And she keeps saying that it's just a little bit, whatever, whatever. It's just a little bit of time. It's just a little bit of time. But baby girl, did you not hear them say that he's been violated? Like Vegas dropped a warrant on him for what happened in Utah? So at the end of the day, I really don't think it's going to be a couple of months, because that Vegas judge was not playing with him. But either way, I don't see her. It's only a matter of time before she starts taking these bookings again. Chrisean is not going to sit in that daggone house. She's not. And you're right, Nana T. Wack does not mention the Utah incident ever. He's trying to make it seem like LA is trying to double jeopardy him. That's what they're trying to make it seem like. Like he's trying to double jeopardy and all this other stuff, like whatever. Like that's not what it is. It's not a matter of um it's not a matter of he got arrested in LA. Okay, because this is the narrative that he's trying to paint, right? He caught the charge in LA, right? Then he caught the pow pow charge down in Vegas, right? LA closed their case up with giving him probation, but he couldn't be violated for the probation in the Vegas pow pow incident because it was already going on before the LA trial had concluded, right? Right. So then comes the situation with the cell phone and Chrisean and the fan, and he gets the burglary charge. The burglary charge is what put him on house arrest in Vegas, but it's what violated him in LA. So that's what he's sitting in LA County for right now, is that whole cell phone incident. So after this, here comes the the Vegas situation is settled. He gets on probation for that. Now here comes the Utah situation. And the Utah situation came up, and the last that I heard of it, they were the victim in the situation. Yes, Utah. The victim in the Utah situation was not cooperating with them. So nobody heard anything else about it. But that's what the warrant is for. And that's what News 8, when I ran the clip in the video, when I talked about it, News 8 said that it was the warrant issued in Utah. I mean, the situation in Utah that the warrant is issued for. So I don't know why he keeps trying to make it seem like, oh, it's not going to stick because it's double jeopardy. No, no. Not only that, he did so much. And if they saw that online, then that means they've seen everything online. They've seen the kidnapping, they've seen all of it, just like we did. So it's going to be very interesting when he's released from LA County to see what's about to happen in Vegas. I guess what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. But yeah, so I knew Chrisean wasn't going to sit down this whole time. And if he gets a couple years, if he gets 2 years, she ain't sitting down for no 2 years. But let's continue.
But y'all not finna be rushing me to do shit. Like, and two, if I want to be beside somebody, stick beside somebody while they go through this rough time, that's on me. You feel me? Like, he really just need me. So, you feel me? I'm gonna be there for him. But I know that, but he said, what he said? Like, y'all mad as shit. I try to, like, move on and fuck with other people and shit. I did. I don't really like him that much. That much. Or, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like starting over. I'm down when somebody's willing to change and make new changes and stuff and do.
Okay, so did y'all catch that? She kind of like breezed over it, but she did briefly touch on, how she tried to move on, but she didn't really like him like that or whatever. She doesn't know what it was, but she couldn't move on. Did y'all catch that? Because she tried to breeze past that.
I try to, like, move on and fuck with other people and shit. I did. I don't really like him that much. That much. Or, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't really like him like that. You ain't like him that much. Girl, you liked him. You just aren't over Blue. You weren't over Blue. I knew that was too soon. Remember, I had mentioned how she had just broken up with him and they had just stopped sleeping with each other? Like, you could tell when she stopped giving up the cooter cat because she said, you can't have no more of this Tootsie Roll, no more Fizzy Pop, no more water park or water slide, no more none of that. And when she did that, that ninja went ape-ish all over the internet. He was torturing us. So we know when she stopped giving it up. Okay? And she stopped giving it up right around the time that she announced that or started cruising around with K Suave under the stars. So I'm not going to say that I was hoping that she would have been able to get over him with someone else, but obviously that wasn't going to happen. And he wasn't going to let it go down that easy either.
I don't really like starting over. I'm down when somebody's willing to change and make new changes and stuff and do shit differently. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Henny Glasses in the chat if you think he's really changed.
So that was what was agreed on. And go back on that Mike shit. Mike, whatever his name, the YouTuber. I don't even know why the Islands boys got their name, like my name in their mouth like that. Like, y'all know I never said nothing about Robin, so I don't know why they like try to say
I was confused about that part too. When I seen them doing the interview and they were saying that Chrisean mentioned something about um mentioned that she said something about she said that she got robbed. She never said that. Like, I was sitting there so baffled and confused. Like, where the hell did that come from? Like, what? So I'm glad she did mention it. Who's lying, Cat Eyes?
So he responded the way he responded it, but it was just like, why y'all had to lie? For what? Like, I'm tired of like the little fake beef. Like, I don't know why the Island Boys don't like me. I don't care to know. I don't know why Soldier Boy dissing me and my child. I don't know why. Like, all this miscellaneous beef that people just start sprouting up out of nowhere for real. I really don't know why you motherfuckers is beefing with me for real. I don't give a fuck. I just don't know why. Cause it be so irritating because like y'all be feeling so much about a way about a person and you don't know me. So it's like y'all have like comments and shit. And then what's his name? That little guy. I think he talking on ESPN. Anthony. I don't know. He look like a newscaster person.
She done
He
renamed
basically
him.
saying if you know
Chrisean gonna rename people. I swear to God, this girl is going to rename people. So let's go over the names real quick before we continue. So now she done said Megan A Stallion, NLA Chopper, and now Anthony. So it's not Stephen A. Smith anymore. It's Anthony A. Smith now. But I was like, wait a minute. Why is Stephen A. Smith talking about this? Like, this has nothing to do with football. Like, okay, Blue used to play football. She was on the Lady Football League, but they not in the NFL. So why are you commentating on this? Like, child, she's everywhere. Okay, she's freaking everywhere.
it was his daughter and da 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 and da da da. Thanks for the shout out. Like, I just have random motherfuckers just talking on me, so it's just like with platforms. So I'm like, okay, y'all motherfuckers just want to talk about what's trending and what's the hot topic. Cool. I just want y'all to just watch your motherfucking mouth. Just watch your mouth.
Period.
Nobody talking about your headline. Nobody talking
Period.
about y'all. Nobody talking about y'all.
Ain't nobody talking about y'all. Ain't nobody worrying about y'all. Ain't nobody doing none of that. Period. 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 And I see how mofos have disappeared. Okay, hold on one second. I'm trying to get the video back up for y'all.
Nobody talking about y'all. I don't know why these motherfuckers just want to sit up on here on this internet shit and just get to talk about me. Oh yeah, and y'all TikTokers like, oh yeah, so Chrisean, what's going? Bitch, look at where you're making your video at. My life is obviously better than yours. Like, you're making a TikTok about somebody that don't know you exist. Two, it's like I'm not going on my way chiming in on somebody's business. It's just that got nothing to do with me. You feel me? They got like, oh yeah, worry about your child. What are you talking about? My baby is my everything. What the fuck? That's what I live for. That's my child. I'm going to protect them at all costs. I gotta do what I gotta do. But just because y'all mad as fuck about me for giving my baby daddy, okay. Got like, enough is enough, Chrisean. Okay, we get it, Chrisean. First of all, why whatever I do with a nigga drive y'all crazy? Like, what's going on? I don't really care that much about other people. Like, say my homegirl, and I'm like, oh, yeah, he a dumb nigga, he a weirdo, he this, he that. I can have my opinion, but I don't give a fuck what she do. You know what I'm saying? That's my homegirl. She going at the end of the day, she gonna do what she gonna do. Like, that's what I'm saying. So he posted your son's private. I swear to God, like, okay, so we, like, even to this day, I get at him about why he did it, right? Like, it's a topic that I just feel like LA is so much fast paced, the way he was raised. I guess it being a baby genitals, it wasn't a big deal. I guess, I don't, long story short, y'all seen how I maxed out, went crazy. Y'all don't even know what I did behind the scenes. Like, yeah, whatever. His way of, I don't know. I don't know either. Like, I really don't know why people do certain things they do. And like at the end of the day, I got to like see it through, and I talked to him about it. I don't like. I don't know. Like, I don't know why he would do that. Like, he said I was too busy worried about somebody else shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm worried about this nigga. I'm worried about that nigga. Why you not worried about your son? When really I had appointments, I just never told this nigga nothing. So I don't know why. I don't know why. You feel me? Like, I wish I can give you a motherfucking answer. But like, when I talk to him and when we like go back for back about it, all I gotta say, he don't know no better. Cause who in their right state of mind would do that? You feel me? So I'm not explaining myself. I'm just being transparent with my followers, the people that's in my live, being nosy. Huh? But we do a lot of talking over the phone. We do a lot of communicating about everything. It's a lot of things he said, like, you know, you took a lot of shit for granted. You know, I said what I said, you know, like, you know, whatever. I don't feel like nobody's selling no dreams because it's like, first of all, he don't got that much time to begin with. So it's like, you can't really jail talk somebody unless you got a couple years. Like, that's when you start jail talk. You come home in a couple months, you feel me? You already kind of got your setup before you got your setup. So it was just like,
My apologies to y'all because I did let that run a little longer than I anticipated because I was busy doing some research of my own. Okay. Okay. I was busy doing some research of my own. Not paying that person any mind at all. I was still 38 hot. Very much. And it was eating me alive to not say anything. But I did keep my composure. So I'm proud of myself. But this mofo has no subscribers, 67 views on one video. Like, you're trying to get some cloutage. You're trying to be, no. You're talking about it's not hard to find out and this, that, and the third, and I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody cares to know who you are. Okay? You can talk about my children all you want to. I know the truth. I know what goes on in my house, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I wanted to address that. And I don't have to wait to block somebody. Like, I don't have to wait until I block you to talk ish about you. I'm going to talk ish about you and then block you. How about that? Anywho, now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Ooh, baby. Baby girl, let me explain to you about the jail riz. When they know that they're getting ready to go in, like when they have to turn themselves in, baby, they kick it up a notch. They are going to be talking so right and saying all the right things. They're going to be telling you everything you want to hear. They're going to do right. They're going to do. And let me tell you something. That jail riz be so powerful. You fall for it. Especially if it's your first time ever dealing with that. You're going to fall for it. Now, on the flip side of all of that, now, you know I got to give you the other side of the coin because that's what y'all come here for. There are those that do go inside and they don't want to go back. And they do want to make their lives right. There are people that all it takes is that one good time for them to go to Click City. And they change. They do everything in their powers to not go back. I know someone personally who was deep in the game. But the minute that they slapped them cuffs on his wrist and they was talking about the time that they was talking about, old boy, he straightened up and he flew right. Now, the way Blueface loves money, the way he loves money, I don't think he's going to want to go back to jail. He come out. I don't see him even wanting to hear anything about Click City when he comes out. I think so too. I think so too, Black Babe. I think so too. I think this jail time is going to change him. How it's going to change him remains to be seen because I don't believe that he's going to just get a couple of months. I don't believe it's going to be just a couple of months. I believe that he is actually going to have to sit down for a minute. He's never done any time before. This is his first time doing time. So he's only made it to the county. But if Vegas hits him with them 2 years, he's not going to do 2 years in the county. He's going to go to prison. And he's not going to be in LA. He's going to be in a whole nother state. There's a difference. So, you know, and I've already heard the county is nothing compared to actual prison. Things do happen in the county, but not like they do when you get up there in them state facilities. That's where it gets really real at. So, you know, I'm not wishing no harm on nobody. But sometimes maybe God trying to tell him something, maybe God trying to tell her something, but somebody's being told something somewhere and everybody need to pay attention.
I don't know, like I remember when we was hanging out, real heavy, like right before he went in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we getting all the toxic shit out, we getting all the hurt out. I'm telling you, I'm crying about what I'm crying about. You know how I'm crying and shit. We hashing it out, crying about it, forgiving each other about it, going through it, whatever. Right? Just having fun, just enjoying each other's presence. For like 2 days straight. It was just one day I woke up, he went through my phone.
Before we get into him going through her phone, I'm gonna say this. We know they was having fun together because we seen the video. We seen the video. He was up in them cheeks like this. We seen it. We seen it. We seen it. We know. We know. We know. So, you know. Whew. Okay. In the cheek streets, like what? And she was just a booted and a tooted, and he was just a booty cheeks doing this on his forehead. They was just clapping him on the forehead. Okay. Oh, I must say this. What'd you say? She said, wait a minute, let me put my glasses on so I can see what you said. He may fool us as far as Chrisean is concerned because the way he crashed out when she moved on was different. And for him to be a celebrity, to be celebrity status and his age, this may be his turning point in maturity. You know what? I will say that. They were showing us how Junior got mad. Oh my God. Oh my God. What she say? You know how this poo-poo pal be doing? Girl. Now let's be real. Let's put all the things to the side, okay? Because we've seen we seen that. Okay? We seen that. And we ain't never seen him do that with Jaden. We seen the porn tape too. He definitely loves it there, and she do too. I'm just saying. We seen him. Yeah. Um, we seen him also doing a little on live. Henny Glasses in the chat, if y'all remember when Blue went down and was trying to find out how many licks it took to get to the center of her Tootsie Pop on live. I'm waiting for the Henny Glasses. That's why I got quiet. Miss Lean, you done. Nana T. Rachel, Stephanie. I'm trying to catch y'all. Too much for my eyes travel. Oh, you missed it, Kimmy B. Baby. Okay, so let me tell you. So Chrisean was on live, right? And she was laying in the bed and she was on live. And Blue came in there and Blue decided that he wanted to find out how many licks it took to get to the center of her Tootsie Pop while she was on live. And he went on down there and was doing his little 1-2 buckle my shoe. And she flipped the camera around and he was down there and he was just we might have to do a members only chat and do that. I can show y'all and then delete the live. Like I gotta delete it after we play it. Baby, he done did too much. So let's get all of our anger with him out the way. And let's state facts here, okay? Fact of the matter is, we've seen him extremely affectionate with Chrisean. We've seen how he is with her. He's always touching her. She's always touching him. People always talking about how she picking on him and touching on him, but he's always touching on her, grabbing her close to him, slobbing her down, dancing. They be dancing on the floor, okay? Like they in the bed doing it, like, and stuff like that. We've seen their chemistry on stage together. They perform very well together. People like seeing them perform together because they do the bust down Tatiana together and all of that. And I know he had to be missing her being right there while he's performing bust down Tatiana, because she's been there for so long, right? So we've seen them do the Q&As and they're all loving and all of that, but we've seen the bad too. We've seen a lot of the bad as well. So when Chrisean says that he loves her and he's telling her this, and that, I'm going to say this. I do believe there's some jail riz in it, but I believe that he really does love Chrisean. It's obsessive, but she's obsessive over him as well. I believe they really do love one another. They are really crazy in love. That's them, crazy in love. He said that Chrisean was his first real girlfriend as an adult. And that's Chrisean's first real boyfriend as an adult. That's her first love. It's different. And while he may have loved Jaden, and he still loves Jaden, I believe he will always love Jaden because Jaden was his first girlfriend. She's the mother of 2 of his children. Chrisean is the mother of his other child. I believe he will always have a space in his heart for Jaden. He just has to learn how to be friends with her. Like there has to be boundaries that they learn to put between themselves. So all of that bull crap that Carlissa be talking about, oh, going and staying the night with Javon, absolutely not. There is no staying the night. No, none of that. You cannot stay the night. I think they all need to work on mending relationships and getting some type of cordialness between the 2 of them, the 3 of them, actually. I think this would be a good time for Chrisean and Jaden to work on mending the relationship between the 2 of them so that they can co-parent as the children's mothers, so that the children have a good relationship with one another and they feel comfortable with their children. I do feel that that would be great. And I'm going to tell you why. When we were at my kid's father's funeral, a lot of people forgot he had a son. And so there was a lot of things that they were saying, like his daughters. And I decided to get up there and say something. I wasn't going to speak at the funeral. I didn't want to because of the history that he and I had. But I decided to speak. And while we were at the funeral, it was me and his son's mother sitting next to each other and our children together on the front pew. So when I got up to speak, I told her to come up there with me. And so she was standing beside me as I told the story of how I took care of his son for a whole summer because the mother left the baby with him and he didn't know what to do with the baby. So I spoke to her and asked her if it was okay. And she said yes. And she spoke to her son every night. He was very well taken care of in my care. And her and I, at that moment, we became family. And we stood there united as the baby mamas because we had no beef with one another. And I wanted people to acknowledge his son. So at the end of the day, our children seeing us united was a beautiful thing for them. But for us to do that at the funeral, for everyone to see, made a different type of an impact. So that's why I'm saying it's better when the baby mamas can get along versus beefing. It's better for the children. It's better for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with wanting to see things happen. And yes, it is going to take time because it's been so much that has happened.
He's like, I was ready actually with my girlfriend. I'm like, what is you talking about? It's like, it's like, Chrisean, I want to get this right with you. Like, you know, long story short, he know where home is at for real. So basically, we having this heart to heart, but he just like, he gets so mad because like, first of all, why are you going through my phone?
Good
Two,
point.
I just thought we was kicking it. I don't even know what it is. You like, he the type to test you. I don't know what the fuck he be doing. You feel me? I really don't.
No, she's on point. Aquarius men will test you. I don't know about the women, but I know I was engaged to an Aquarius man and they will test you. Everything is a freaking test. But I believe her when she says that he said, Chrisean, I just want to get this right with you. I believe her based off of everything that he has showed us. I believe it. I believe he said it.
Keep up. I be in my own world trying to figure this shit out with him. You feel me? So whatever. I take my days like chilling. Like that's crazy. Da, 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 da. So boom. Right before he left, like when I came to court and shit, but right before he went to court, he was mad that day because when he went through my phone, he like, damn, you outside for real. So I'm looking at him.
I mean, at the end of the day, what was she supposed to be? Inside? Like, nigga, you wasn't inside. She was outside. That's my neighbor. It scared me a little bit. Yes, she was outside. What you thought?
I'm like, bitch, you just got fake map. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, long story short, I'm just like, huh? Like, So he's not really good at communicating. He's just not really good at all with none of this relationship shit. So I don't really try to teach him. I just let him. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, leave it. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna take my elsewhere. Like, like I be trying to be fair now because it's like, whatever, right? So fast forward everything. We so you went through my phone. I was outside, so we left on a bad note. So when he went in jail, waiting for his car, I don't know what's going on for us. So long story short, they have you in lockdown, like quarantine, while you getting processed and shit for like 5 days straight. So he didn't get no calls. He didn't really talk to nobody. He don't know nothing what's going on. All this other stuff. So I'm in Atlanta for real, and out of nowhere, when I'm doing my 20v1, I'm minding my business out, dragging for real, doing my little, like just being Chrisean, having fun, like
Do so.
outside for real. So, he calling me and calling me. So I answered. I paused the whole little 20v1 and shit. Like, hold on, bro. Hold the fuck up. It's a joke call.
And you know what? Lil Mike talked about that. Lil Mike said they were supposed to be there for 2 hours. He said Chrisean showed up on time, but they ran over in time because she kept getting calls from Blueface, so it kept interrupting. So they had to keep stopping and starting. Let me just say something to people. The reason why I'm not doing a lot of talking over this video is because in this video, we've talked about this over on IG. This is the clearest and to the point that Chrisean has been. Okay. Chrisean has not been this clear, has not been this on point with everything as she is being right now. Remember, if you're on the IG, I said, Chrisean, you don't owe us an explanation, but we need to hear the story because we need to know how we got back here. How did we get back here? And she's giving us the story. People are trying to take it and twist it to make it what it's not. I'm not giving much commentary on it because I want you to hear what Chrisean has to say. But due to YouTube guides and standards and all of that, I do have to stop and I do have to give some commentary and not let it play all the way through because this is a review channel. So I have to give some commentary. But I really want you to listen to what she's saying because she's explaining to you how she ended up back with Blue. So let's pay attention and then let's discuss.
Pick up. What's up? He like, you already fagging off. I said, first of all, we did not get together. Remember, you fake say you was ready to ask me out, but you never asked me out because you saw what was going on in my phone and who I be talking to, how I be getting down. So then he like, I don't give a fuck. You were supposed. I'm thinking you supposed. I'm like basically he was holding me at a high expectation. So I'm just like, joking for like, fake laughing on the phone. Like, what? Are you like? I'm just like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he like, where you at? 20. Like, I'm telling him where I'm at, what I'm doing. He like, what? Da. So he like, so you know, you you over there on such and such with such and such. I'm like, damn, how you know where I'm at and shit? I know it went viral or whatever, like, And so I guess he found out about whoever he called. So I'm like, so you keeping tabs on me, but you follow who you follow. You got what on your page, what you got on your, like, bro, what you're demonstrating, like, what the fuck, what? So we just popping it.
Classic Chrisean. You follow who you follow. You got what you got on your page. Classic Chrisean. If y'all remember when they were together, I said this on IG. I freaking said this on IG. Oh my God. Call me now for your free psychic reading. I said when Chrisean and Blue were together, Chrisean and Blue only followed each other. They didn't follow nobody else. If you wanted to know if there was an issue or if they were beefing, they would start following other people just to piss each other off. But they have always only followed each other. She wasn't following no family. She wasn't following no friends. She wasn't following none of that stuff. Huh? Unsubscribing from where? From here? Ever bless? What are you talking about? I'm so lost right now. Oh, other bloggers? I'm like, wait a minute, what did I do, Ever Bless? I'm like, whoa, wait. What? Wait a minute. Oh, not see, I ain't spill nothing, no. But you see, okay, but you know what? I know Ever Bless is Henny Gang. So you see the difference. You see the difference in how I talk to the Henny Gang versus people who attack me. Cause I'm like, wait, what, me? Like, wait, don't go. But anyway, so that explains why. She just told you why they are only following each other. Because that's what they did. That's why his page is the way his page is. Because it ain't none of that. Oh, I'm your friend. Okay, I forgot. So that should have been the first clue right there for everybody that they was back together is when they was following only each other. And like she said, y'all mad at me for unfollowing my son's page. My son don't even know anything about Instagram. So what are you talking about? Like, but I do get it. I mean, why unfollow Junior? Like, But I get it. It's her page. It's still a page that she's in control of. But it's not like Junior is actively on Instagram on his own and knows anything about an Instagram page for him to feel away. So I get both sides of that argument. But she's telling you, like, look, I put my standards down and I said to him, you want to ask me to be your girlfriend, but your page is how your page is and you following all of them people, but you talking about you want to ask me to be your girl? Fix your page. Fix your page.
Popping it, popping it. I think we hang up. He calls back again. We just keep calling back. And then I think he stopped calling at one point. I would try to finish the video. I said, call me in like an hour. I'm about to finish the video. I never got to finish the video because that's when them niggas came in. But long story short, he called me. We just started talking and shit, and I'm just like, okay, like, what's up? So he just started being straightforward, very clear how he feel, very apologetic, like he was just being cool. I'm like, okay, so I'm being receptive because I'm thinking the shit is like this shit can't be serious. You feel me? So long story short, we start like talking, like spending time on what hurted us and communicating, like actually talking. Like we now it's forcing us to talk. We can't just fuck. Like we have to talk. So it's forcing us to talk.
And she ain't never lied. There's nothing else that you can do except communicate. So if you've had poor communication with a person, you actually have no choice but to work on that communication. And it makes sense. All you're doing is talking, communicating on the phone.
I think what we did most, we didn't really talk about our problems. We get over it and just really fuck and then just live it up and go back to beefing. That was our shit. Like I don't know why, but that was just our shit. And this time he was just being real with himself, real with the situation, very like it was just I liked it. So I was just like, I mean, I ain't really too deep with none of these. Like I don't really fuck with nobody for real. Like I was cool with people. I was fucking with them. I was being, but I was still in like this phase. Like we still friends and shit. Like it was never that serious. So it was just like for me to go back to my BD. It was kind of easy because I never started nothing too serious. So long story short, uh, what else? Yeah, that's basically what's going on. Like, so he started testing me for real. Like, okay, so if you fuck with, he know I fuck with him. That's the other thing. I hate how I gotta step out my little box, and I'm going to every time, just because the way I love is just the way I love. I just can't say sorry for it, nothing. So I'm just gonna roll with it for real. And I'm really a rock, so it's like it's hard to come by a person like me for real. I'm very forgiving, and I can really start over like with that person. So he changed a few things. He made me feel like it was a safe space to be myself, talk to him, tell him how like once I felt that again, the sparks start coming back. The sparks was been back when we start like linking up on the low and shit. But it's really back because now we like talking and shit. And then like he just so focused on making me a priority. So I'm like, okay, I'll make you a priority. Like you feel me? And that's just my choice. So, but I don't know. I don't give advice to people. Like if you finna go, okay, like all right, yeah. So look, okay, he did me wrong. He did what he did. You see how I got up on my shit? Look, this the funny thing, and I really feel like niggas have to see it first. Like, okay, when bro was dogging my shit, we was filming, we was trying to do it together and shit. We just wasn't seeing eye to eye. Y'all see what y'all seen, I seen what I seen, he seen what he seen. Everybody got their side of the story, what they seen. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, when I was going through that weird ass shit, right? Nigga, I separated myself, nigga. I got up off my ass. I separated myself. I stumbled a few times. Purchased I put some money down, like I did big shit, like put $165,000 down for a house with no credit. My first house, like, copped a Bentley, like, nigga, start being outside, dating again, like, trying to move forward, trying to, like, okay, I be feeling like when you go through something with somebody and they don't see your value, or vice versa, or y'all don't appreciate each other, vice versa. Long story short, focus on yourself. When you start focusing on yourself, that person just automatically just start coming out to nowhere, being what they supposed to be. Like that's and then it's unfortunate that the timing, jail, whatever the case may be. But I really feel like we had to kind of like see each other without each other for real. Like, how do you work with other people? How do you feel when you're fucking with other people and you're cut off from this type of like, bro? I had a part of me that was cut off from him. Like, I would, like, it's things that he won't let go. Like, it would be times when we made up that one day he left with me, and then I end up leaving him in my house with no phone. Like, he wakes up, call me from a gas. Like, long story.
Y'all remember that? I have to pause it because of YouTube standards and guidelines. Sorry, guys. But do y'all remember that? She's talking about the night that like after he had taken Junior and all of that, and he went back to her house with her, and she left him in the house. That's what she's talking about. She left him in the house and went to K Swab. She didn't stay there with him. So she's saying a part of me was cut off from him. And it's like, people, she was spitting some real ish right here. And I don't see how anybody could not be like, all right, Chrisean, you know what? We're going to see this through with you. I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinions, feelings, thoughts, all of that stuff. And she even acknowledged that. She said, I seen what I seen. He seen what he seen. Y'all see what y'all seen. Everybody seen what they saw. This girl cut those comments off, and she's giving you the real about everything. She's just pouring it out. Like, y'all want to know, all right, look, the hate is getting out of control. My supporters are even asking me what is going on. Let me tell y'all what happened. Y'all are missing it. Y'all are missing all of this. Let me explain what happened behind the scenes, because y'all aren't getting it. I went through all of this, and I'm glad she popped her ish the way she popped her ish. Look, I left with nothing. I went and copped a house. I went and copped a car. I'm doing shows. I'm trying to level my shows up and this, that, and the third. I'm doing me. I'm trying to move on. I cut a part of me off from him. That's when she stopped sleeping with him. I'm dating. I'm trying to move on. But I still love him, and clearly he still loves me. He crashed out. He's sober now. He's not getting high. He's not drinking. He's not doing none of that. He's sober, and he's in jail. He has nothing but time to think right now about everything. All the stuff he done said, all the stuff he done. She even said, me and him get into it still about him posting Junior the way he posted Junior. And she's like, I don't know. Like, LA is different. Like, they move different out here. We all know LA is weird as hell. We all know that. Even people who live in Cali say LA is weird and moves different on a different type of timing. So she's like, things like that just aren't really a big deal to people out here in LA. As we're everywhere else in the world, we're like, yo, what the? So she's like, I don't know, maybe the way he was brought up. And you can't say that the way he was brought up was just something to say, because look at what Carlissa did right after he did that. She posted herself sitting at a gas station, allegedly being there all night, allegedly waiting for Chrisean to call her, allegedly, because Chrisean may need her, allegedly. But she never held him accountable for that. She made an excuse for it instead. So her saying maybe the way he was brought up, is that so far-fetched to believe that maybe it's the way he was brought up, that it's not such a big deal in his eyes or his mama's eyes? And then she even said, I can't tell you why he did it. And you know what? She's absolutely 1000% correct. She can't tell us why he did it. She knows that he was angry and trying to get back at her, but only he can answer that question as to why the hell would you do that? And don't tell us because it was a medical situation, because earlier that day you did a No Jumper podcast and you played it off as if it was a minor thing. You know, he got a surgery. It's a normal thing. You know, a hernia is a little normal thing. You got to have surgery. When he said it was a hernia, we were all thinking the hernia like by the belly button or something like that, because those are the normal hernias that kids get. My ninja, you went from being protective to being the person who's going to expose exactly what it is to hurt her. We know he did it to hurt her. We know he did it. He did it to embarrass her. We know this man has crashed out completely. And to be honest, and it ain't no excuse, I'm giving you some real life shit right here. We've forgiven people for things that we probably shouldn't have. There are people that have forgiven a man after having a baby on them, who have forgiven a man after having, or a partner even, giving them STDs. For those of us who were in DV situations, we forgave that man over and over and over again. Every black eye, every broken bone, every broken dish, hole in the wall, piece of property that was destroyed, we forgave. And while they may not have put their hands on the children, or they may not have exposed the children the way that he did, our children still got damaged watching it. So our children were still being harmed by the situation at hand. So let me ask you this: what makes you any different? I'm listening to this girl tell some real life situations, and I don't understand how people can sit up here and spin this narrative. Listen to what she's saying, and it's going to sound familiar to you. It's going to make you think about some things, because you know what? My baby daddy, who is my best friend, when we broke up, right? We broke up because some things he had did, and then I went on and I did some things to be spiteful and hurtful towards him. We weren't able to resolve, even though we were working on our friendship, we weren't able to really resolve those issues, those hurts and pains that we gave each other until he was in jail. And we started writing one another back and forth. And he opened the door to express how he felt about those things, which opened the door for me to express all my hurts and pains that I felt that he did. So that conversation she's saying, I had a very real conversation just like that. And I'm talking about the baby daddy that will still to this day make sure me and all my kids, even the kids that are not biologically his, are good. That man does right by me. He is my bestest friend, my biggest cheerleader, supporter of the whole 9 yards. And I am that to him as well. Even as he stands locked up in the feds right now, I'm his supporter. He get on my nerves. Don't get it twisted. He get on my nerves sometimes, and I get on his. But we are 10 toes down with each other. But we didn't have the conversation that we needed to have to get out how we were feeling until he was in jail. like he was in prison. And we were able to get it all out. So what she's saying right now is how they were able to get it all out on the table and express how they felt, how they feel. There's no sex involved to distract. This is why I have this thing with me, and I was doing this before Steve Harvey even mentioned anything about think like a man and all of that. 90 days, first of all, I ain't waiting no goddamn 90 days. If the mood hits me, then I'll break my own rule. But usually I try not to sleep with people for the first 30 days. I want to spend 30 days getting to know you. I want to talk on a phone. I want to go out on dates. I want to see if we're compatible. I want to see if we mesh. I want to see if we think alike. I like to spend time with a person before I even start to sleep with them because I want to make sure that there's more there than just sex. Why? Because when I was younger, sex was a priority. I'm not young no more. Like, I'm not old, but I'm not in my 20s. So if we can't hold a conversation without sex being involved, what do we have? You got to be able to get along with somebody minus the physical part. Because a lot of times we be caught up on how good the sex is. That when the sex gets taken off the table, we realize that this person, if you take it off the table, there's nothing there. It was all just sex. So the fact that they're getting this right here, I think it's a good thing. I think we should wait and see. This is a new scenario. You know, at the end of the day, this is her life, but stranger things have happened. But let's continue and then we'll wrap it up.
Short, like I had this part of me cut off. Like I will deal with him when I deal with him. Um, I was very bitter, a little bittersweet. Uh, I gave him, but I didn't give no power. I didn't give no, you know. So, but vice versa. So it's like whatever you feel, what he feel about me, you know what I'm saying? It's his side of the story. But I'm not bashing him. I'm not nothing. I'm just telling my side of the story. Like I had to go get my shit, get like show a nigga I don't give a fuck. I can do this and start from zero. We could start, you know what I'm saying? I can what? You feel me? So boom, popped out doing shows. I stopped doing like little bookings. I start changing like I start switching up. But like again, like shit would happen. Like I would have slip ups, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going viral for the wrong reasons, but all you see is me just trying to work and be on the stage. Like I was trying to be productive, raise my son. He had surgery. Like I'm doing all this by myself. I was sharing on the live how doing it alone wasn't, you know what I'm saying, top tier. I was sharing my tears. Yeah, I'm not taking none of that shit back. I'm not saying none of that shit happened either. But I'm saying when it did happen, it changed something, nigga. It had somebody look at me like the woman I really am. Like, oh, she's really that bitch, and I just need to. We just need to get on board with what we really want, and like trust it and just stick to it because it's something that nobody can come past. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like if me and Blue can pull this off, this shit can be like the next like not
Absolutely.
like that, but we bumped heads only because like, bro, you cheating. Okay, I'm cheating, but we don't want to really be real about like it's just whatever. I just feel like honestly, when I start reciprocating his energy, and I wasn't being like the stay at home cook and maid and shit, bitch, I ain't doing nothing for no nigga that's dicking everybody down. Like you feel me? I'm gonna be like discouraged to move forward. It's just not gonna give. You feel me? So like yeah, those dark times and the bitter moments when I was going up and then he'd strike me in my gut like with some dumb shit like I
Yo, tell me this girl ain't talking right. Tell me this girl ain't talking right, and I'll show you a liar. Show me that she ain't talking right, and I will show you a liar. She said, I did. And this is the part that gets me. that people are still spreading hate when it comes to her. She just said, my son had his surgery. I'm going up. I'm trying to change the way that I'm presenting myself to the world. I'm trying to get away from doing club performances. I'm trying to get to the arena stages. I'm trying to do, remember she said she was going to do her own tour. She said that. She's trying to change the trajectory. She doesn't want to do baddies anymore. She's trying to level herself up right now. But every time she's going up to do something, things ain't working out the way that, she's hoping that they would work out. And so now she's going viral for that instead of going viral for the performance that she did in Baltimore. All of the mishaps went viral. Okay? So she's feeling discouraged. And tell me she ain't talking right when she's saying, this man is cheating on me. I'm cheating on him. We doing this. We got all this dysfunction going on because we not on the same page. And you expect me to cook and clean and do all of this? I'm not doing all of this for a man who want to be doing all of that over there. Tell me she's not talking right and relatable, and I will show you a liar. I'll show you a liar. This is exactly how we be feeling. Like, why am I going to give you all of that when you only giving me this little bit of this over here? She wasn't shading. I know people are saying that she was shading Jaden. She wasn't talking about Jaden. She's talking about her experience. Because remember, he bled her for not doing the laundry. And she's like, why would I want to do all of this? Like, look at what you're doing. From the minute she announced her pregnancy, he started acting crazy on her. So she's talking about her experience. She's acknowledging, look, all of this over here, yeah, this happened. Yes. And this is why this was this and that was that. But she's talking some real ish right now. There's no denying that. She's talking some real ish right now. And this is why I said this live, if you are a Chrisean supporter, fan, who's been on the fence and angry with her because of the things that she's done, listen to this live right here.
Get it, bro. But I don't care. Like, I really feel like I'm his person and he's mine. It don't matter what he did to me or what I did to him. I love this nigga, bro, on God. And I'm going to rep him at his weakest moment. Because I'm that type of bitch to a nigga I fuck with. Just in general. So, it's like, explaining it to y'all, y'all never get it. I feel like it's a lot of y'all motherfuckers that just popping it and just popping it, but y'all don't know what the fuck really going on, and I don't really care to fucking really tell you, but I like to, vent on my live, pop it a little bit, but like, and then like, it's alright, like, it's cool. We can always I'm the type, like, you can go far and shit, go so far, but if it was in your heart meant to go that far, then like, yeah, okay, you're far gone. If it really wasn't in your heart for real and you just did it out of like emotion and spite, and then you realize it and you can take accountability and you can like I can work off of that. Yeah, I can't explain myself on how I want to explain myself. You feel me? But I'm gonna call you back. I gotta go. Happy Sunday.
This has been the clearest she's ever been. Honey, I love how you break down everything for the ones in the back who act like they never been through stuff and want to judge her. The only thing I don't like is the face tattoo. Def been there. I mean, listen, I'm not saying, yes, Chrisean, that's right, girl. Go tat that man on your face. I'm not saying that. But here's my thing. And Judith, I hear you because you've expressed that on Straight Henny Period about how you feel about the face tattoo. But portrait tattoos are becoming a thing that these people of this generation are doing, unfortunately. And as you see, there's more and more people who have done it or who are doing it. What are we going to do? I wouldn't personally do it. My children better not never come in this house with nobody portrait on their face. That's how I feel about it. But that's her face, her life, her choice. She has to walk around with that. I don't have to agree with that, but I'm not going to keep talking about her face tattoo every time I go live or in every post that I do or any of that. And that's not specifically to Judith. That's to anybody who wants to keep bringing up the tattoo. It's there. We can't do anything about it. She's still a beautiful girl. There's makeup that she can use to cover that up when she's going to go do certain photo shoots. They have makeup to cover stuff up. They can also airbrush it out if they're really good with their photoshopping. They can get rid of it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is not the first time that she's had this man's portrait on her body, though. She had his whole face on her neck. And we were still able to see that head on. Whenever we saw her, we saw him. It's on the side of her face now, and it's her face, yes, but she's already had a huge portrait of him. So I'm not understanding like why the shock hasn't subsided a lot by now. Because and then she's got like a small one. I think she has two smaller ones on the side of her neck, but she had a huge one already that we couldn't help but see. And at the end of the day, this live right here, if you didn't hear anything that she said, I question what's going on up here. I question it because she was very clear, on point, and intentional with everything that she was saying. What'd you say, Doretha? Let me put my glasses on, y'all, because I'm struggling. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm struggling just a little bit. Doretha said, it's funny people are so judgmental about her face tattoo, but walking around with the tramp stamp on their lower back. Girl, let me tell you about them tramp stamps, honey. I wanted me one. I wanted me a cute little one. And my daddy talked me out of the tramp stamp because I didn't even know it was called a tramp stamp until he explained it to me about the tramp stamp. Okay? But there are so many of us in our generation walking around with a tramp stamp. I'm just saying. Just saying. Well, Felicia, if you feel that way, that's how you feel. Only thing I agree with is that Blue does need to speak for himself. You don't have to support them as a couple. As far as him being her pimp, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. You said I have a tramp stamp. Never heard of it either. I had never, and now that I'm older, I still want a tramp stamp. Like, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not done with my sleeve. I'm gonna get my sleeve done. I've got a thing I want on the side of my leg. I wants me a tramp stamp because I've wanted one since I was young, and everybody told me no. And now I'm not a tramp, but I still want to. That's the Tammy. A tramp stamp is the tattoo on the lower back that you see like um when a woman bends over and her pants kind of go down a little bit, like that's what they call the lower back tattoo. And my dad said the reason that they say it's a tramp stamp is because that's what you see on all of the easy girls. I was not an easy girl, but it was cute, like whatever. That's just like I used to have a tongue tattoo and my dad, I mean, tongue tattoo, a tongue piercing. And my dad was like, oh, you got your tongue pierced. You're advertising that you did. I was like, man, that's the first thing that a man sees when you got that thing clicking around in your mouth and rolling it on your lips and flipping it around and stuff. That's all a man is going to think about is how you don't. Now, me personally, I took mine out after a while only because it was very close to the nerve and it hurt. Like it would have times when it would hurt, or I would eat something that was spicy and it would get down in a hole and irritate it, and it would swell sometimes. So I just took it out because it was annoying. But guess what? I want those snake ones. But the only thing about that is I heard it clicks against your teeth all the time when you talk, and I don't want to deal with no clickety clacking in my mouth. So I took it out. But I've had a tongue ring and all of that. The rainbow chick, you know what I'm talking about. I had the Monroe piercing too. I still have mine. That's a Monroe. That's not a mole. That's my Monroe. And I only put a black one in to appease my job. My hole is still there at the top, but not in the bottom. So if I go get it reopened, they got to reopen it from the middle down. You have that tattoo, Natasha? This is what I'm saying. There were things that were frowned upon that we have. Oh, you tattooed yours? That's cute. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we all generations have had something that has happened or that they've done that was frowned upon in their time. So, I mean, it is what it is. I never got my eyebrow pierced because I used to fight a lot. And so it was always my fear that, and females always went for my face. So it was always my fear that somebody was going to grab a hold of my eyebrow piercing and they was going to rip it out. So I never got the eyebrow piercing. But now that I'm older, there's things that I'm going to be doing. Like my appearance is going to change. Yes, I'm going to get my eyebrow piercing and I'm going to get the microdermal piercing right here. A really small one right here. Okay. I'm still going to get it with a crescent moon. Small little crescent moon with the little dermal inside of it. Go get your nose pierced, Pammy. Age ain't nothing but a damn number. It's your body. Do what you want with your body. But at the end of the day, this live, Chrisean was very clear and intentional with what she said. And I can't see how anybody would ever try to knock it, but I know that people will. I know that people are already twisting her words and what she said and making it seem like it's something that it's not. But the girl told you. And if you still finding a problem with it, something wrong with you. Or you just doing it for the clicks and the likes or something. I don't know. Because what's the problem? Now, I want to talk a little bit about this. We have run over time, but we always run over time, so that ain't nothing new. I do want to talk about this really quickly because it is something that is going around and is happening. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I do have a video that I am doing on Soulja Boy regarding him coming for Junior and some of the things that he has said. I'm not going to get into all of the things that he has said because that's a very sensitive subject. Okay. Let's be real about it. But I do want to talk about a couple, 2-3 things. Okay. And I want that live up on the screen. Oh, if you are a member and you missed the birthday party, those are the 2 birthday party videos. Okay. This one right here. Let me see how this is looking. This video right here, I did 2 months ago, as y'all can see. Okay. And in this video, I dragged Blue. And I dragged him for filth. And the reason why I dragged Blue for filth is because of everything that is happening right now. Blue made it okay for people to bully Junior. He made it okay with the things that he has done. And now it's only going to be Blue that is able to stop the Junior hate train that has happened. I saw in these YouTube streets people diagnosing this baby with their Google medical degrees. I've watched people edit Junior's pictures to make him look sickly. I'm sorry. Is this thing on? Is it on? Can y'all hear me? Do I need to say that again? I've watched people edit Junior's pictures to make him look sickly, even after Chrisean addressed it and busted the neighborhood talk for doing it. I don't know when we became a society that drags children. No, I know when. You want to know when this started? It started with Blue Ivy. I've said this on IG. Now I'm going to bring it to the IG to the YouTube streets. They used to drag Blue Ivy for filth. And the T pages used to post it and allow it. T pages were dragging Blue Ivy for filth. People were always talking about how Blue Ivy's hair was never done. People began making mean memes about Blue Ivy using Jay-Z's face as a prop to what she'll look like when she gets older. People bullied the hell out of Blue Ivy, but they did not do it to the magnitude that they do it to Junior. This baby has not been in this world for even a year. He's only been here for 5 months, and he has been a trending topic since before he was born, but even worse after. And if you are a person that is sitting up here calling yourself bringing awareness, you're not. You're not. You are bullying a baby. You are hate speeching against a baby, an infant, someone who can't talk for themselves, someone who can't even get on this internet and defend themselves, someone who doesn't even know what the hell an internet is, someone who probably has more followers than you. She was at the hospital with her baby getting surgery. And because y'all in these streets that have so much hate for her, that have been dragging her baby, have said all types of stuff because Blueface said that the baby had fetal alcohol syndrome, and y'all ran with that with no proof. Y'all didn't hold him accountable. He didn't lose any followers. He wasn't made to apologize publicly by the public. Nobody made him suffer any type of consequence for putting anything that he has out there about Junior. The whole public, including Wack and his mama, allowed him to do this crap. Instead of focusing on the fact that this man violated a child, you focusing on the mama and dragging the baby. And I know what I just said about Chrisean and her relationship with Blue. We ain't talking about that right now. We're talking about all you mean-spirited, soulless, wicked people who are out there bullying a baby. A baby. What has he done to you? What did this baby ever do to anybody? We used to say you do not involve children in things. And this is where all of y'all mindless people are going to start dropping off right now. Y'all see the numbers dropping, right? Because they think it's okay to bully a baby. Y'all can drop off, duck off, and don't come back for all I care. Leave him out of the conversation when you are going for Chrisean. When you're going for Chrisean, leave him out of it. Whatever is going on with this child behind the scenes is not our business to try to figure out. That's up to his parents. He weaponized this baby. Yes, he did. The mama and the daddy have to deal with that. But I'm not here to talk about Blue. I'm not here to talk about Chrisean in this portion of programming. I'm leaving that alone. And I'm playing the waiting game when it comes down to that. Because for me, she gave me a good enough rundown of why she's back over there. I'm leaving that alone. What I'm talking about is this right here. People are losing pages. People are getting demonetized. People are getting upset in these streets. Stop bullying the baby. That's it. I don't know in what universe, in what world, what galaxy or dimension it is okay to talk about people's children. Just like the mindless twat that was in here earlier today that was trying to talk about my kids are disrespectful and my children are not disrespectful. Stop talking about people's kids. Stop editing this baby's picture. Stop trying to make him be something that he's not. Y'all want to talk about how she is as a mom. Okay, well, guess what? I said this over on IG and I'm going to bring it to the YouTube streets. While y'all are so worried about what kind of mother she is, do you realize that all the stuff you put out there about this baby is going to be out there for the longest time? This baby is going to grow up and Google himself one day, and he's going to see all of the hateful things that people have done and said against him and his mother. You want to be a part of that? There's going to be other children that come across him and their parents are going to know who he is. And those children are going to hear their parents talking about this child and the things that they know about this child from being all over social media. And those children are going to go and Google Junior and they're going to see the things that people have put out there about him. And now you've opened up the door to a whole nother world of bullying. You are setting this child up for a life of ridicule, and don't you dare open your mouths and say nothing about the parents, because at the end of the day, we ain't talking about the parents. We talking about people that have platforms and pages that are out here using this baby as clickbait and to bully and to be a part of the hate train because they want to get money and income coming into it. Leave the baby out of your narratives unless you have concrete proof, which you will never get because it is a violation of HIPAA for you to even get his medical records. Leave this baby out of the conversation. If you ain't going to say nothing nice about this baby, stop talking about it. It's wicked and it's evil for you to talk about a child the way that y'all do, for y'all to drag a baby the way that y'all do. A baby. So when y'all come down in my comment section, I don't want to hear nothing about Blue. I don't want to hear nothing about Chrisean. I don't want to hear nothing about that because I'm not talking about them. They have their own stuff that they have to deal with and they have to answer for and be accountable for when Junior gets older. That's their thing. That's their family business. Even though it was put out here in the public for us to see, consume, and have comments and opinions on, that's their business. I'm talking about those of you out here who have no attachment to this baby, who are out here dragging. That's what I'm talking about. So don't come in my comment section with none of that Chrisean, Blue, no. Hold these people accountable. And I'm not saying to take nobody's page and I'm not saying do none of that, because here's the other thing. We don't know what people are doing. This is some people's only income. And as a person who has been demonetized multiple times, I can tell you that that's not something that I'm gonna sit up here and condone or whatever. I'm not doing that because I know how it messes up people's income. It messed up my family's income when my pages were demonetized, and I'm being for real. But if it's something that y'all don't want to partake in, there is an unsubscribe button. There is a do not recommend button. There is a hide user from your channel button, which will block them from your channel. There is a comment section that you could actually go in and let them know that you are not for this type of content. If it's a creator that you like, but you don't like this particular content, you could let them know like, hey, I rock with you, but I'm not okay with you bullying a child. The more people express that they do not want to hear this type of content bullying going on when it comes down to a baby, it will force people to have to change their content. The less people, if you see that it's something that has something to do with Junior and it's not in a positive light, you have the option to not even give that person a view, a like, or a comment. You, the subscribers, have that option. You don't have to go taking people's pages away from them. Just stop consuming the content that you don't want to see. Because see, here's what people do. People will go into content they don't like by creators that they don't really care for, and they will watch that creator's content, right? And they'll get in that creator's comment section and they'll say all of this stuff in the comment section. But what you're doing is giving them engagement. Every time you go into a live you don't like, watch a video from a creator that you don't really care for, every time you do that, you give more light to the shit you don't want to see versus the stuff that you do. Keep scrolling. If they have other content that you like, watch their other content. Because as a YouTuber, when I see that certain things are not getting the numbers that I think they should get, that's telling me that the consumer doesn't care about this topic. So don't talk about this topic anymore. So when y'all tell me, oh, I don't care about Taseki, but I do a Taseki video and that video gets 15K views on it, clearly people want to hear about Taseki. If I do content on Blue and people are like, we don't care about Blue, but Blue's content gets 17K views on it, 25K views on it, that's telling me that y'all want to see that content. So I'm going to make more of that content. If I'm posting something about Little Mabu and it's only getting 500 views, 1.2K views, whatever, that's telling me I don't really particularly care about that content. So let me find the content that y'all like and that y'all want to hear about. So when you give them the audience for it, They're going to continue to do it because even if you're in the comments spewing nothing but hate, you're giving it engagement. You gave it a view. You're moving it up in the algorithm and the timelines for it to show at the top of the timeline. And then once you watch one of those videos, you start seeing more of them popping up in your timeline. I'm trying to tell y'all how to not support it without getting people demonetized, getting their channels snatched away from them, because I'm not for demonetization and snatching away of channels when people are creating content, because at the end of the day, this is somebody's bread and butter too. And y'all really know that I don't be out here doing much in these streets. So, for me to get demonetized, it hit different. But I know what it's like to be depending on that YouTube check to come in and it don't. So I'm not telling nobody to report or do any of that stuff. What I'm saying is don't consume the content. That y'all have a choice on what y'all are going to do. I'm not telling y'all what not to do and what to do. All I'm saying is I'm just giving y'all the option of how y'all can actually stop supporting that type of content. I'm not even telling y'all to not support a person's content because you may like their other content. Just don't watch it. Don't engage. Don't do any of that. Those are your options. Now, as you notice, I did use this picture because I already have a video where I was talking about this 2 months ago. See, here's the thing. Henny Gang, I be talking about stuff before the stuff even happens. I was talking about Blue and this and all of that stuff, all of this happening 2 months ago. Remember that. Before everybody jumped on this Stop Bullying Junior train, we already talked about this over here. Okay? We already talked about it.
Motherfucking mouth.
Okay, here we go.
Got a problem and keep mentioning my motherfucking son out their motherfucking mouth. Let me put him there real quick. Yeah, what's up with you, bitch? What's up? Why I keep mentioning motherfucking? Sorry, I don't even fight no more, bitch. What's up? Huh? Oh. Now handle that bloody nose, bitch. Sometimes I don't even wake up and choose violence no more. But yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, everybody that keep mentioning my. Oh, that didn't hurt, bitch. That didn't hurt. I swear to God, I just cracked the screen. But snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100. I'm just imagining it. It's your face.
She said, she said.
Keep mentioning my motherfucking son out their motherfucking mouth. They got a problem and keep mentioning my motherfucking son out their motherfucking mouth. Let me put him there real quick. Yeah, what's up with you, bitch? What's up? Why I keep mentioning motherfucking? Sorry, I don't even fight no more, bitch. What's up? Huh? Oh. Now handle that bloody nose, bitch. Sometimes I don't even wake up and choose violence no more. But yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, everybody that keep mentioning my. Oh, that didn't hurt, bitch. That didn't hurt. swear to God, I just cracked the screen. But
snap your
I'm just imagining it. It's your face.
She said what the fuck she said. And it's crazy because we're in the middle of discussing and defending Junior. And she posted that 13 minutes ago. Maybe she's watching. Maybe she's not. But I'm here for it. And Chrisean, keep getting on them. Remember the names. Remember the faces of people who have talked down on your son. Do what you got to do, girl. Tell them again for the ones in the back that didn't hear you too good about talking about your son. And on that note, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? I'm very happy to see that. I'm very happy to see that. All right, so before we go, I have to acknowledge all of the members and all of the super chatters. So once again, welcome to the membership, Stephanie and Kashima. Yeah, Kashima, Evelyn and Sheena Buttercup, Kelly Jones, Latasha, hey boo. Welcome to the members side. So we will do our first members chat very soon. I'm just going to schedule it. And thank you for the super chats and super stickers to Kamaya. Let me move this. Thank you. Can we stop messaging me? Thank you, Kamaya. Thank you, that rainbow chick. Thank you, Buttercup. Thank you, Miss Evelyn. Thank you, Natasha. And thank you, Role Playing. Thanks for putting out factual content. You're the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all support and all of y'all love. Let me check. No. Let me just make sure because sometimes I don't be getting my notifications. Nope. Thank you, Deb. Oh, thank you, Miss Pammy, for the Cash App. And thank you, Deborah, for the Cash App. And thank you for those of y'all who send Cash Apps and Super Chats and all of that, even when I'm not here on the live. Thank you to the replay gang. Thank all of y'all for coming into the bar and enjoying this sip of Henny. May this day be productive and high vibing for you. As always, vibe high, because the higher you vibe, the less the BS can stick to you. Y'all be good how y'all be good, and I will see y'all on the other side. Peace, y'all. Oh, and welcome Miss Poppington to the Wrench Gang, because she is now a moderator. I will be going through moderators and making some shifts because I'd like to move it around a bit sometimes. So if you see something with the wrench, don't be offended. It's not personal, but I want to move some things around a bit. But I love y'all. Y'all be good how y'all be good. Love is always love.